3 games in 8 days. Yeah, this is kind of old hat for y'all. Anything that you learned last year that you can apply this year?
No, I don't think so. I think that 3 games in 8 days is no problem. The tough part is the travel. Going out to Colorado, you have to deal with the altitude. It's going to be hot. It's a day game, so there's those factors. But it's stuff that we've dealt with in the past and dealt with this season. So we understand that every game's important right now. That we're playing against 3 Western Conference teams that have struggled a little bit. So we feel that even with the travel and a couple of away games, that we can pick up 9 points this week against the Bull.
There have been quite a few reports and rumors circulating about Martino and his future with the club or with other teams. I was curious if the players were talking about that, if it's affecting y'all at all.
No, it's not affecting us at all. We're aware of it. I mean, we see stuff online that is posted or written about, and so we're aware of the situation. But day to day, it doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect anything for this year. Whatever happens with his future, and there's guys on the team that don't know their future for next year as well. So it doesn't affect anything for what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish.
I assume you'd like for him to return?
Yeah, of course. I've enjoyed my time here under him, and so I would be happy with that.
What's the feeling with Darlington Nagbe back in training? What does he offer the team that, well, not to say that you guys have missed something recently, but what does he offer you guys that maybe no one else brings to the team?
Yeah, I think Darlington's probably one of the best players in the league at relieving pressure. You can play a ball into Darlington any way, shape or form, and he's able to take it down, shield it, turn. Just incredible. He just doesn't lose the ball. And of course we've got guys that are talented and good in possession, but he just brings another level that you just don't see too often. He's just very, very reliable in that sense that we can always play through Darlington. It doesn't matter if he's got a guy right on his back. He's able to deal with it, and just another veteran that understands his role within the team, can do it very well at a high level. He's good for the group because he brings energy, he brings a smile on his face all the time, similar to Miggy. So it's good to have him back in the team.
What's your impression of him physically, and do you think he could be integrated as soon as this road trip, starting to get minutes in games?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been impressive how fit he is coming back after such a long layoff. And I know he's been working hard the last few weeks on fitness, but it's always different when you get out there, in training and games. And I think that he's probably a little bit nervous about getting back into games as far as fitness-wise and it being a little different than training. But he's looked good. He's looked sharp. He's looked strong, and most importantly, he feels healthy. So that's good. But I don't want to speak for anybody, but I'd say he'll play sooner rather than later.
Having been in MLS so long, how much of a factor is the altitude in Colorado? How does it affect, your ability to play 90 minutes or different from playing here in the Dome?
Yeah, it definitely takes an effect. In my past experiences, usually the first 30 minutes or so are the toughest. I think that once you get past that, you get your second air, you get adjusted and used to it, and I don't think it's too much of a factor. The flight of the ball changes a little bit. You have to be aware of goal kicks are going a lot further, long distance passing, shots from distance come at Brad a little quicker or at their goalie. So little things like that that we'll have to get used to, but we train out there for a day beforehand, so hopefully those little things you can sort out then.
With a condensed schedule, 3 games in 8 days, how important is it for the reserves such as Romario and George and Andrew to keep themselves prepared? They're going to probably see time at least in one of these 3 games, and how do you, as a captain, just help them just stay focused on that?
Yeah, it's something that we've always preached, that you have to be ready when your name's called, and you never know when it's going to be called. And things happen, and injuries occur, and guys get tired, and you want to rotate things, or even during a game, you might need to come on for 5 or 10 minutes, and that can be the difference in the game. And for the most part, guys have done their job coming off the bench really well this year, and hopefully that continues, because it's a big part of the reason why we're in the situation that we are in, fighting for Supporter Shield. And I think that I don't have to say too much to those guys. I think that they understand that role, that we're traveling with a big group out there to these 2 games, and I think the only reason why you do that is because you know that these 2 games is going to be challenging with the travel, and changes might need to be made.
Have you ever seen grass that's tall and as thick as it was at DC United?
I've played in some CONCACAF games, so yes.
Okay, but in Major League Soccer, have you?
Not off the top of my head. Yeah, it was thick.
Yeah, like a shag carpet almost.
Yeah. Definitely on purpose. Yeah, it's a little gamesmanship to that, definitely.
Okay.
But that's not the reason we lost.
You expect you're going to see it again, though, now that it worked for one team?
It's possible. You never know. I mean, there's definitely been times in the past where teams don't water their field on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
When I was playing with Columbus, it changes the game a little bit, but you have to adapt and adjust. And we didn't do that well enough.
Michael, are you physically okay? Because I know you were subbed out kind of early in that game. Obviously, there were some tactical reasons why. Is that what it was about? Not anything physical?
Yeah, no, physically I feel good.
Okay.